Most men think discipline is about hitting the gym or waking up early, but the truth is, discipline is the difference between you having respect for yourself and going to bed feeling like a failure. So, why do most men struggle with building discipline, and what does it take to truly master discipline? That's what we're going to talk about in this video, so let's get into it. So, this is going to be split up into three different sections. First, we're going to talk about why discipline even matters and why you should build discipline. The second is why most men struggle with building discipline. And finally, we're going to go over what it actually takes to truly embody a life of discipline. So, why does discipline even matter and why do we want to build discipline? Now, first of all, most people think that discipline is some form of restriction, like you must do certain things. But the reality is the complete opposite. Discipline is freedom. Discipline is self-love. Because without discipline, you're a slave to your cravings, to your emotions, and to all the distractions that we have in this world. But with discipline, you're able to create whatever future that you desire. Without discipline, you cannot create anything. Without discipline, you're just floating through life without having a clear goal, a clear vision. But in order to get what you want out of life, you must embody discipline. And see, when you're a slave to your surroundings or to your emotions or to whatever cravings you have, you're not able to build that self respect, that self trust, that self love, or even confidence for that matter. But every time you keep a promise to yourself, when you say you're going to do something and you actually do it, you start stacking wins. And this builds your confidence. You start telling your subconscious mind that, hey, I am the fucking guy. I am the fucking man. And I can do whatever I say I'm going to do. You start building self respect. You start building self trust. You start building confidence. You start gaining that self love. And the crazy thing is, if you want to achieve anything in life, you can't do it without discipline. See, discipline is the bridge between the man that you are now and the man that you know you want to be. And the only way to do that is to be a purpose driven man. And the only way to be a purpose driven man is to build discipline. Now, if you don't have any goals in mind, if there's nothing extra that you want to achieve, if you are exactly where you want to be, then feel free to close out of this video. But I have a feeling that that's not exactly where you are right now. You're not where you want to be. You struggle with that self-confidence. You struggle with respecting yourself. You struggle with loving the man in the mirror. And it's simply because you lack that discipline. You're not purpose driven. You're a slave to your cravings. You're a slave to your emotions. You're a slave to the distractions that we have in this world. See, you're being controlled. You're being manipulated. And you don't even fucking know it. You're not aware of it. And even if you are, you don't know how to get out of it. Discipline is the way out. Having a purpose in life is the way out. Breaking those bad habits that you know you have is the way out. And see, when you start stacking these wins, you start becoming disciplined, you start following your purpose, you let go of the negative habits that you have. You start to have more gratitude for life. You start to have more peace of mind. And others will feel it as well. Women will feel it, men will respect it. And most importantly, deep down, you will feel it when you lock the fuck in. So bottom line is, without discipline, you're vibrating at a low frequency. You have no self-respect. You have no self-trust. You have no self-love. You have no confidence. And when you start to embody discipline, you gain all of that. You gain the respect, the trust, the love, the confidence, the clarity, the peace of mind, the joy, the gratitude. You gain all of that simply by embodying a life of discipline. And discipline simply means doing the fucking work regardless of how you feel. Discipline means that you stick to your word no matter what. If you say you're gonna wake up at a certain time, you fucking do it. It doesn't matter that you didn't get enough sleep or that you don't feel well in the morning or whatever the case may be. If you say you're gonna do it, you fucking do it. That's discipline. So why do men struggle with actually embodying a life of discipline? Well, most men chase certain feelings. They wait to feel motivated before they actually take action. But motivation isn't necessary for you to take action. Sure, it feels nice and it's easy to take action when you feel motivated, but discipline is about doing it regardless of how you feel. So stop waiting for a certain feeling, stop waiting for certain information, stop waiting for approval from others, stop waiting for whatever you're waiting for and actually just fucking do it. See, you're just addicted to comfort. You want shit to be easy. That's why you wait for motivation, because when you have motivation, it's easy to take action. But comfort isn't how you grow. Comfort isn't going to get you to where you want to be. Comfort keeps you where you are. Discipline takes you to where you want to be. Discomfort takes you to where you want to be. Putting yourself in deliberate discomfort takes you from where you are now to where you ultimately want to go. And knowing where you actually want to go is a great first step into building discipline. But if you just know where you want to go without having a strong why tied to it, then it's going to be extremely hard to build discipline. See, a strong why is a big reason why a lot of men struggle with building discipline. See, I don't know if you know about the story of the fight between Douglas and Tyson. See, Mike Tyson was undefeated until Douglas stepped into the ring. And the only reason that Douglas was able to knock out Tyson is because he had a strong why. Right before the fight, Douglas's mom had died, and he made a promise that he was going to beat Tyson. So his entire reason for fighting and beating Tyson was because of his mother. He had an extremely strong why, and that was the only reason that he was able to beat Tyson. It wasn't because he was better than Mike Tyson. It was simply because he had a stronger why. He had a reason for doing what he was doing, and there was nothing getting in the way of him defeating Mike Tyson.
I don't know, he's got him again! Oh, nice uppercut! By Buster Douglas! Look at this! He's knocked Mike Tyson down!
That shows the true power of what a strong why can do for you. So figure out why you're even wanting to be disciplined. Why are you wanting to go from point A to point B? Why are you willing to struggle? Why are you willing to do all of this shit? If the why isn't strong enough, then you're going to go back into the comfort zone. And see, this requires a radical honesty. You must be completely honest with yourself on why you're doing what you're doing. So stop lying to yourself. Stop saying that I'm going to start next month. Stop saying that I'll start tomorrow. Stop saying that you're already doing enough. Look at where you want to go and really be honest with yourself. Why are you wanting to even get there? And are you doing enough to actually get there? And then fucking take action right then and there. Do something to progress forward. And the thing is, you can't be somebody great if your environment is mediocre. If you're constantly hanging out with people who are okay with being average, how do you expect to be somebody great? See, if your friends normalize mediocrity, they'll never push you to be better than you are now. So there's no discipline required because discipline actually thrives where accountability exists. So if somebody's holding you accountable to a standard that you set for yourself, then it's going to be a lot easier to be disciplined and do the shit that needs to get done. So if you find that your environment doesn't match your vision, maybe it's time to change your environment. And if you're just okay with being average, then this probably isn't the video for you. But again, I don't think that's the case here, which is why you are watching this video, because you actually want to build discipline, right? So in order to build discipline, you must stop focusing on getting some quick wins, those quick dopamine hits, and you got to focus on becoming the man that you know you can be by taking the daily actions that's required of you. Stop trying to find some shortcuts or some other bullshit that you think is going to help you get there quicker, because the reality is the only way to get there is through the daily actions that you need to do in order to fucking get there. There are no cheat codes, there are no hacks, there are no shortcuts. It's simply a matter of figuring out where you're at, being completely fucking honest, knowing where you want to go, and then figuring out how to bridge the gap. What daily actions do I need to take to go from where I am now to where I ultimately want to be? So stop focusing on the instant gratification and start focusing on the long-term fulfillment. And one of the last things on why most men struggle with building discipline is because of the subconscious programming. If you were raised around average people, around poor mindsets, around broken people, chances are your subconscious programming is wired for survival. What you need to do is reprogram the subconscious to look at more abundance, to find more gratitude in life. You want to surround yourself with things and people and thoughts that match your vision. So start repeating affirmations to yourself. Start creating a vision board and look at it every single day that allows you to feel that gratitude and to feel that spark to actually go after what it is that you want. Figure out what your why is and repeat it to yourself every single fucking day. Start reprogramming the subconscious for success instead of survival. Okay, so what does it truly take to embody a life of discipline? Well, number one is simply a decision. You have to decide that this is who you want to be. You have to decide that you're willing to do whatever it fucking takes to become that 2.0 version of yourself. You have to decide that you're willing to let go of anything that no longer serves you. This includes mindsets, this includes people, this includes things, and this includes anything that isn't aligned with your vision. So start with a decision that you're going to do whatever the fuck it takes to get to where you want to be. Now, once you've made this decision, you need to figure out a strong enough why that's going to keep you going. You need a reason that's so strong that quitting feels like a betrayal to yourself. You want to feel disgusted by the thought of not doing the thing. A strong why will allow you to actually see shit for what it really is. It allows you to realize that, hey, if I skip the gym today, then I'm going to be a fat piece of shit for the rest of my life. Sometimes you have to be fucking extreme. This is what it takes to become disciplined. You have to be disgusted by the thought of not doing the thing that you know you should be doing. Now, to go along with the strong why, you must have a strong desire to make that become a reality. You know the why is strong when you have a deep desire to actually make it happen. If you don't feel that burning desire within, then the why is not strong enough. And again, you must be completely fucking honest with yourself, bro. Are you willing to do what it takes to get to your dream vision? Do you know where you're going? Do you know why you're going there? Do you have a strong burning desire to actually get there and do the work? Or are you just chasing those good feelings? Are you just wanting to feel comfortable? Because if all you care about is feeling good, then you're not going to get to that vision. Now, once you have this radical honesty with yourself and you know exactly what you want, you know why you want it, and you have this strong burning desire to actually go after it, you need to figure out what it is that you need to do on a daily basis. See, having this grand vision is an amazing thing because we need to know where we are going. But at the end of the day, we just want to know where we're going so that way we can figure out what the daily actions are. And then we don't have to worry about that grand vision anymore. We just have to worry about doing the daily actions every single fucking day, regardless of how we feel about it. So figure out what needs to be done and then focus on doing that every day. Focus on the daily actions. So once you're clear on where you want to go, why you want to get there, and the daily actions that you need to take in order to get there, how do you actually get yourself to fucking do the work? Well, there are a few things that are going to help you actually take the action, and the last two are going to be the most fucking important. So stay tuned to the end so you can know exactly what you need to fucking do to actually embody a life of discipline. So first, you must have some kind of knowledge. You must have the information necessary to take the action. Now be careful with this one because a lot of people just seek knowledge without taking action. What you want to do is seek enough knowledge to allow you to take the action required. See, knowledge doesn't mean shit unless it's applied. So apply the knowledge in order to get you closer to your goals. Another thing you need is the correct subconscious programming. It's going to be extremely hard for you to even take action on the things that you need to do to get you to your dream vision if you have limiting beliefs or you have negative thought patterns. So how do you actually reprogram your subconscious? Well, to put it in layman's terms, what you want to do is you want to surround yourself with things that remind you of your vision, remind you of your greatness, remind you of how amazing life is. So things like I mentioned earlier of affirmations, having positive affirmations aligned with your dream vision, having a vision board where you can visually see what it is that you want every single day. So that way you can spark that fire within that's going to allow you to take action. And just having that at the forefront of your mind on why you're actually wanting to achieve those things will allow you to take action. So start looking at what limiting beliefs you have. Do you feel like you're not worthy of that dream vision? Do you feel like you don't deserve it? Do you feel like it's not possible for you? Figure out what limiting beliefs you hold true to your heart and really examine them. Figure out ways to reprogram those limiting beliefs into more empowering beliefs and more positive thoughts that are going to help you get closer to your vision. Now, another thing that will help you actually take action is if your vision gives you multiple results. So, for example, if it's not just about money, right? But if it's about money and purpose and clarity and peace of mind and the ability to travel and so on and so forth. If there are multiple results tied to that one vision, it's going to be a lot easier for you to take action. So really sit down and look at your dream vision and see what kind of positive results are going to come from you actually achieving that vision. Because chances are there are multiple positive results that you'll get from actually achieving that. So you want to become extremely clear on that. So it makes it a no fucking brainer to act on it. Now, the last two things that I'm going to mention here are going to be tremendously beneficial for you. First is going to be a support system and accountability. If you have somebody that's going to support you on that vision, on that path to becoming a better version of yourself, and if you have somebody that's holding you accountable to your standards or even higher standards, it's going to be a lot easier to take the action. Because if you think about just going to the gym, if it's just you by yourself, it's so easy to not go to the gym, right? It's so easy to give in. But if you have an accountability partner who goes to the gym with you and they're already at the gym, they're waiting for you, most of the time, regardless of how you feel, you're going to show up. You're going to go simply because they are holding you to a higher standard than you hold yourself. So you need a strong support system, you need accountability, and the last piece is you need a community of like-minded men. If all your friends are okay with being average and they're okay with being mediocre, then you're going to be just like them. It's going to be a lot harder for you to break out of that if you're the only one in the group. So, getting around like minded men who are on the same path, who are on the path of pursuing their purpose, who are on the path of chasing excellence, of becoming the best version of themselves, then it's going to be so much easier for you to actually do the work that needs to be done. Not only are these men going to be a strong support system for you, they'll also hold you accountable to a higher standard than you even hold yourself. So here's the thing, bro. Discipline isn't about grinding 24/7. It's simply about becoming a man that you respect, a man that other people admire, and the man who lives with purpose. That's what discipline is about. And once you embody a life of discipline, you unlock freedom in every area of your life. But without it, you'll just remain stuck. So if you're ready to finally stop lying to yourself and embody a life of discipline, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and comment "I'm locking in" down below. And for the men who are serious and ready to lock the fuck in, I want to invite you to work with me one on one, where we build a personalized plan to help you go from where you are now to where you ultimately want to be by figuring out what daily actions you need to take, by holding you accountable, and by allowing you to join the brotherhood where disciplined men just like you are building purpose driven lives. If this is you, click the link down below in the description, fill out the application, and if I feel like we're a good fit, I'll reach out to you. All right, that's all I got for you for this one. I hope this was extremely fucking helpful for you. And if you need more help building discipline, feel free to reach out to me.